Anthropic just purchased Bun in a transaction that was reported in the low hundreds of millions of dollars, which is pretty impressive considering that Bun was pre-revenue and had raised about $26 million. The stated goal of the acquisition is that Claude Code runs on Bun, and the Bun team can help maintain Bun, still open source, but that Claude Code will benefit from its continued maintenance and probably from its control over priorities that can help Claude Code. While Anthropic, like Bun, is VC-backed, they actually make quite a bit of revenue. They are on about a $9 billion run rate by the end of the year, and out of that, Claude Code accounts for $1 billion on the low end, but if you mix in their subscriptions, it could actually be $2 or maybe even $3 billion worth of revenue for them. But I want to get into some speculation about some other things that I think the Bun team could help Anthropic with. After all, Jared did go on a 4-hour walk with Boris from the Claude Code team, and certainly in 4 hours, there's more to discuss than just maintenance on the JavaScript runtime that powers Claude Code. One obvious area where they could help is a JavaScript-hosted code execution environment on Anthropic. Currently, Anthropic supports a code execution environment that has Bash and Python, and a lot of the other frontier models such as OpenAI, Gemini, and even Grok have code execution environments, but most of them focus on Python. Bun claims to be the fastest JavaScript runtime around. On their website, they say that they're 3 times as fast at serving HTTP requests as Node.js and 2.5 times as fast as Dino. But probably more interesting for a code execution environment is their bundling speed. They are by far the fastest bundler on the market. Now, why is bundling important in a code execution environment? Well, every single module or package or piece of JavaScript code that gets imported in order to be run would have to be bundled together into an executable that could then be sandboxed and run in the execution environment. To understand why a JavaScript execution environment might be important, first we need to understand why code execution environments in general are important. LLMs can't do math. They can only predict the next best word. So when you ask it a question, such as, what is the 5,000th number in the Fibonacci sequence, you can see that it actually calls out to an execution environment, writes some basic Python code, and returns a result back to the LLM. But why would this mean that a JavaScript execution engine would be needed at all? Why would we need to do these computations in JavaScript instead of in Python? While Python works great for number crunching, JavaScript can be used on both the front end and the back end, meaning that the LLM could stream micro UIs as part of an LLM response. An example of a product that already does this is Find. With a PH, it streams rich components back to the user for every query that you send it, including graphs, and even has interactive components that you can update inline in the LLM response. This is a significantly enhanced experience over just normal text streaming back to the user. Now, making prettier UIs for Claude on the web probably isn't Anthropic's end goal here, given that most of their paying customers are enterprise users of their API token product. But there is one thing that enterprise users do use a lot of, and that's Model Context Protocol servers, or MCP servers. The majority of MCP servers are written in JavaScript. In this reference repository alone, 75% are written in either JavaScript or TypeScript, and those are going to run very well under Bun. A sandbox execution environment that could access enterprise data along with rich micro UIs is exactly the kind of product that businesses would love to see from Anthropic. So while this is all speculation about what the Bun team could be helping with at Anthropic, I hope that it pushes their LLM to be more interactive and more useful. If you have any other ideas about what they might be up to, please post in the comments below, and thanks for watching Don't Work the Weekend.